to this week's episode of Drosophila, Are You My Dad? I'm your host, Reginald Punnett, and on this week's episode we have Larvae and Pew Patrick. Now these two gentlemen both claim to be the fathers of Embryona by her mother, Instellar. Okay, fathers, let's hear the arguments.
Embryona is my daughter. Yes, Larry is married to Instellar, but it's a small jar. What can you expect?
Pew Patrick, that's a lie, and you know it. Embryona is my daughter. I know Instellar, and she would never do that to me. Plus, I know my own daughter when I see her.
Well, you have inferior mutant white eyes, so do you really?
Hey, watch your mouth. My eyes are so red that you can barely see my pseudopupils.
Okay, I've heard the arguments, but let's get down to the genetics. Larvae, why don't you take off those sunglasses?
I have very sensitive eyes. A genetics student turned up the microscope light too high and it blinded me.
Larvae, that's an order.
Fine. Now, what did I say?
I may have white eyes, but that does not mean that Embryona is not my daughter.
Actually, it does. Congratulations, you're the father.
What do you mean? She looks just like me.
Well, let's take a look. In Drosophila, one of the genes involved in eye color determination is a sex-linked gene called white. This gene is on the X chromosome, and its mutation to result in white eyes is a recessive mutation. A single functional white gene results in red eyes, and is dominant over the presence of a mutated white gene. A white-eyed mother therefore has two copies of the mutated white gene, one on each of her X chromosomes. So, she can only pass on the mutated gene. Males only have one X chromosome, so their eye color is determined by that one copy. If the father has white eyes, all his daughters will inherit a mutated white gene from him. So with a white-eyed mother, all of the female offspring will have white eyes. With a red-eyed father and a white-eyed mother, it's the opposite. All of the female offspring would be heterozygous because they receive one functional white gene from their father and one mutated white gene from their mother. Since the functional white gene is dominant, all of the female offspring, like Embryona, will have red eyes.
Plus, even if eye color wasn't sex-linked, all of Larvae and Instellar's children will be white because the white eye phenotype is recessive. All children will be homozygous for the mutant allele, while all of my offspring with Instellar would be heterozygous. No disrespect, Mr. Punnett, just pointing it out.
So, as you can see, a red-eyed daughter with a white-eyed mother must have a red-eyed father. Congratulations, Pew Patrick.
The truth comes out. I can finally be with my daughter.
Yeah, for over 2 or 3 weeks you have left to live. Well, that's all, everyone. See you next week on Drosophila, Are You My Dad?